Hello and welcome everyone. Jenny Lyon here. Who is going to be here today? Let's see if anyone is jumping online. I'm going to invite some people, I think. So, Training Tuesday, how to tap into higher frequencies and override the rational mind. Why is this so important? Because, hello, come on in. Why is it so important to tap into high frequency and override the rational mind? Because the rational mind will have a more contracted, more restricted solution for you than the high vibrational solution. And therefore, you're not going to get the same results. So to tap into high vibrational solution for your business is much better than to use a rational. We have to use a rational mind, of course, because if we don't use a rational mind, we can't plan and we can't strategize and all those things. I'm just inviting some people. So when you're coming in, let me know where you're from. Let me know if there's any new people who's just arrived. There were some new people joining us today. I'm just tagging some people now. And it's really exciting to have these new, beautiful, wonderful, soul-led women who wants to upgrade their energy and the results. So let me just finish inviting some more people. So yeah, let me know where you're from. Drop me an emoji telling me where you're from. If you are from the UK, you can even drop a UK flag. If you're from America, you can drop another flag or just an emoji. Tell us why you're here and if you're happy to be here and why you're here. Right, so hi Heidi. Now, welcome everybody. I do training, for those who are new, I do training every Tuesday around this time. And the training is always around how you can master your energy system, like how you can work from the inside to get better results in your business. And when I say that, I mean everything. Generate more leads, get more dream clients, more opportunities, like more ease, everything going like kind of your way, I suppose, to feeling uphill or in the struggle. So yeah, that's the idea of Training Tuesday. Okay, so today I'm talking, first I want to talk a little bit about why the altered state of energy or the altered state of higher vibration is really a key for your success as opposed to the rational mind. So I'm going to talk a little bit about emotions first. So first of all, your emotions will drive your decisions in your business. So I'm just going to sort of tell you a little about emotions first, what can happen. So your emotions will be triggered by sometimes outside events and sometimes your own inside events, if that makes sense, right? So when we have something happening outside of ourselves, we will feel triggered. And I'm going to give you like an example. So we have a choice, you see, what to do with the emotion. And I just want to tell you that first, what that choice is to do with that emotion before you react, right? Because we will react on emotions. So if we have, so I'm going to give you an example of an outside event that will trigger your emotion. So let's say you have a picture, you see a picture of your old partner or a relationship that you've had, and there's some unresolved issues with this man or this woman, could be a woman. That image then triggers your emotion to feel like the emotions that you felt then, and if it's unresolved, okay? If it's resolved and there is a peace and it's all fine, you probably won't get triggered. You'll feel fine. You feel okay about this person. So then you've kind of fixed that, if you see what I mean. If you get triggered, my advice is always to heal this and to clear this. Obviously, this is what I help my clients with, to release them from the past, release the emotion so that it doesn't get triggered. Okay. So thank you for the love. Now, the second, so if it's all good, it's fine, obviously. Now, if, for example, you see a salesperson rings on your door or something, that can be rather annoying, right? Let's say that then your emotions get triggered to be defensive, maybe, or to be just like want to, boot them out type thing. Yeah. Now, thank you for the love. Now, by the way, the love emojis puts the algorithm up on the video. So if you're going to give me anything, give me the love or the wow. So just to let you know, Facebook algorithm here. Okay, so yes. So if a salesman comes to your door and your emotions get triggered, your emotions are there to guide you to take action, to protect yourself, basically. Okay, this is a very simple example. No? And then you protect yourself. You say, no, thank you very much. I'm not interested, whatever. Very, very simple example. So I just want to try to explain to you what happens there. Now, the other thing is when you get triggered from your inner events, we have to do the same. We have to still evaluate if it's valid or not. So let's say you get triggered from your own kind of mind, you are telling yourself a lot of nonsense, you start speculating, you start believing things that may be not true, you start making stories up that are not correct, etc. Then your mind will then start triggering emotions. And emotions will be things like you feel stressed, perhaps, about your situation. You feel maybe sad about the situation. You start making yourself feel disbelieving in your ability. Okay? So your job is, and my job to help you, I help my clients, obviously, is to evaluate what is going on. And so let's say you're getting yourself into headspin. You start then to say to yourself, okay, well, is this true? You've got to start evaluating the situation. What you're feeling, is it true? Like, are you actually getting yourself into a spin here? Because most likely it's not true. So that thought process that you are choosing to have, because you're choosing to have it, will trigger emotions inside of you that will make you perform less, not so good, right? So dropping your vibe, basically, and go into rational thinking and strategic, and becomes contracted, right? So it's your job to check in there and actually go, no, I can choose another thought path, another way of thinking. And if it is something that's triggering within you, let's say it's triggering you to believe that you're not good enough. Let's say it gets triggering you to feel that you are not confident enough. Then your evaluation should be, where did that start? Why do I not feel confident? Was my parents telling me something? Was was the school where I was, did my study? Was the peers telling me something? Was my ex-partner telling me something? Did I experience, what is this? Why is this happening? Right? So you need to evaluate and find out where that root is, because that's why it's kind of goes, it triggers in this way. So that is kind of like the ways of understanding the emotions. Now, we can choose to have different emotions, which are more like highly elevated emotions about opportunities, about possibilities, about, affirmations and things like this. Now, what happens is, if your bank in your subconscious mind that has the imprints and what I said to you, the memories, the events that you've been exposed to, and other things like that, if that bank of information is too full and just like is there, right? That's where we need to clear this out. Because when you put the new emotion, the new higher vibrational state, the new emotions, the new affirmations, the new visualizations, everything on top of this bank, what happens is that the subconscious bank does not accept it, which means that it feels quite disheartening if you visualize something. I was speaking to a client a few weeks ago now, and she said, I've been visualizing the same thing for like a year and there's no change. And I said, well, that is because the subconscious bank is not empty. We haven't fixed this. This is why it's not working. And it feels really disheartening. So actually, there's nothing wrong with the visualization itself. There's nothing wrong with your higher state of affirmations. But if it's not clearing what's underneath, then there will be no progress, right? So that feels a little bit like, oh my goodness. So yes, it needs clearing, it needs sorting out basically to get you to the next level. So that is the truth. Now, as a female entrepreneur, as a change maker yourself, being soul-led, wanting to have energetic mastery, etc., in your life, I would then say to you, step one is always to notice, always pay attention to the emotion that you're having and evaluate it. Like I said, evaluate it. Is it valid? Is it protecting me, this emotion? Or am I being triggered because of past events? If you're being triggered past events, it needs clearing. Okay. And when I say clearing, I use divine healing. I use multidimensional clearing tools. I remove energy blocks literally from people's energy fields. And there is other ways of doing this as well, but these are the most powerful ones I've found. They need to come out, and then we put new things in, right? The second, yes, so that evaluation. Now, step 3 is that when you're on your own, and if you want to start practicing this on your own, I would say your thoughts and your programs that are within your psyche, if you like, will always affect your emotions. So start with paying attention. Write down what comes out. Why am I being triggered in this way? And then try and find out where that started, and just kind of locate it. When was the first time I felt not confident? Was it at, I don't know, year 1 in school when they asked me to do a poem? Or I'm just kind of saying, and start evaluating this, start working around this, do this in your journaling, and then decide whether it's unresolved or it's protection. If it's unresolved, some work needs doing. This is what I'm so passionate about, because unless we do the work, it's not going to shift really. I mean, I've seen people in the same place for like 10 years. It won't shift until we do the work. So that's just like the truth bomb here. Now, the other thing I want to teach you is about that the rational mind and the higher vibrational state is something you can also choose on a daily basis. All right. And also practice more. I wanted to show you, actually, I've got a book here. I use something called a HoloSync solution. And it is about using a process in here that gives you the ability to activate more of the alpha state in your brain, which is of the receiving, deep learning, altered state of higher vibration. Yeah. And then that goes into theta. So the beta is more like rational, you're working things out, it's more grounded, it's here. The alpha, you goes into a higher state, and the theta is like transcendental state. So obviously meditation is always going to help you to fix the brain in a way, I suppose, to help the brain, help your brain to actually switch into a higher state easily. With other thought processes and visualizations and mantras and affirmations, it helps, right? But if it doesn't help and fix it, there is an unconscious bank of loads of nonsense that needs clearing out. Just so you remember that you're not doing anything wrong. Now, the other thing I want to say, so if you want anything of this book, it's called a HoloSync solution. It's actually a recorded sound that is used over time that helps the brain to come into more of an alpha state as a permanent state. Yeah. Which is a great way, because that's a higher vibrational, higher vibrational state. Now, The other thing I wanted to say, I've written some notes here. So the energy of love, the energy of expansion, the energy of being unlimited, the energy of, I mean, ultimately it's all love, right? That is something you can choose to have when you are working, when you are even sitting in front of the computer doing some work with a client. If you are putting something together for your work, for your business, you can always choose to be in a state of love. You can always choose to be in a state of that expansive feeling, because it's the expansive feeling that is going to bring you more opportunities. It's the expansive feeling that is going to just open up like the flow of the universe. So this expansive feeling is like flow, love, hope. Maybe hope is, I'd say more flow, like unconditional sort of love, flow of the universe is 540 on the scale of consciousness of Hawkins scale of consciousness. So that state, the more we're in this state, the more we will open to receive the flow of abundance. Yeah. Now, we need the rational mind to work things out, to compartmentalize things, to give us a structure, to give us a way to move forward, some stepping stones. Like when I do this training, I structure it to do it 1, 2, 3, or section 1, 2, 3, and then there's 3 parts in each. So it's kind of like in this way. So that's you using your rational mind for this. Of course, you need this, but to grow your business and to come into energetic mastery, the biggest job we always will do is to keep our vibration high using the techniques, right? And being in this state, the more you're in this state, the more you will attract, the more you open up to abundance, the more you open up to opportunities, and the more you feel happy as well, because it's in the state of happiness, right? So that is, I think, for today, the actual training. So what I want you to do now is we're going to do a little process about how we shift the energy. I want you to feel how the energy feels when we do this this little process. So I want you to close your eyes and just take a few deep breaths. So just breathe into your heart, breathe out. So breathe out any stress, breathe in relaxation, breathe in light, breathe in groundedness, breathe out stress. Just want you to do this. Ground yourself, feel fully grounded, feel fully aligned, fully sort of connected to your body, to your senses. Yeah. And then I want you to focus your energy, or focus your thoughts on your heart chakra. So just open. Now I want you to focus on the heart chakra. Open up the heart a little bit. And breathe in, and you breathe out any stress that was left. And you open up, you breathe in love and light into your heart. You just open up your heart space so that it's kind of, your heart is radiating out through your body into your chest, into your stomach, up into your head. And it's just kind of like a big ball of, pink or red light, if you like, because it's your heart. So pink, I'd say, or green. Yeah. And then I just want you to think of a really happy moment that made you feel so happy and your heart expanding. It could involve love for another person, or just love for being alive, whatever that is. And I just want you to lock that into your cells. So basically that feeling of being in this high vibrational state of love, I want you to lock it into your cells, and just kind of with intention go, now it's locked into my cells. I have upgraded into a higher state of vibration by just locking this in. And then I want you to come back into your heart space. And what I want you to do, sorry to ruin it for you now, think about your shopping list in the supermarket. Just to think about this note and the 20 things that you're going to write on your shopping list, because this is a rational mind thing, right? Now, can you just see how your energy changes? Because you're thinking about something rational, you're thinking about something that needs to be done, which is, we have to do this, right, as well. But just notice how that energy changes when your brain starts thinking, yeah, I need, I need crackers, I need fruit, I need apples, I need bananas, I need whatever I need, yeah, for the shopping. And kind of like what you're thinking, oh, I'll need to go soon to the shopping because otherwise it'll be closed, blah, 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 yeah? What I'm trying to say here is the state of the rational mind, thinking, solution-orientated, all those things are necessary for any growth or planning or strategy, of course. But the idea is to not be in that state very much, because as you can feel, the energy dropped. The energy dropped and it became sort of just neutral. And the energy just became a little bit more contracted, a little bit more stiff, and a little bit more harder. So the idea is to be strategized, to do things and take action on things, but spend most of your time in the higher elevated state. Okay? And that's it. Sounds so wonderful, doesn't it? So, with this in mind, I would like to invite any of you who are interested in this work, because I feel that the time has come for so many women in business to shift their attention on how to use their energy to get the results they want. And so I invite you to book a call with me. I have, I suppose, two options. One is the group mentorship program that is the Energetic Mastery for soul-led women. And the other one is to work in one-on-one mentorship with me. If you're just getting started and you're completely new to this and you're thinking, oh, Jenny, I'm not ready for that, then I have a self-study program, which is absolutely amazing. I think Lavinia, you're on here, Lavinia, on you. You can tell other people how this is working for you. So that is also an option to kind of get started and have a little go. Yeah. So I invite you to do this. Drop me a message. I will actually drop a link down below here to book a call with me. In fact, even if you're not sure what you want to achieve and how that's going to look like, you're still welcome to book the call, because we can work that out, right? We can work out what would be best for you. All right. Thank you, guys. I see you soon. I'm going to shoot off, and have a wonderful evening, day, wherever you're in the world. And I'll see you all soon. Sending you lots of love. Bye. Bye-bye. Bye, guys.